Hello students, welcome to Lotus Academy. This is Chiranjeevi working as a TGT English in Lotus High School. Here we study a lesson in English for class 10. The name of the poem is Dust of Snow from First Flight, written by Robert Frost. Let us know some information about his biography, Robert Frost. So he was born on 26th March 1874, and his wife Eleanor Miriam White, and his works in poetry: A Boy's Will, North of Boston, A Witness Tree, Steeple Bush, Fire and Ice, Dust of Snow, Road Not Taken, and he was died on January 29th in 1963. Okay students, Dust of Snow. So Dust of Snow, written by Robert Frost. What does it mean? Dust of snow means the fine particles of snow. Let us see the poem. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I heard rude. Let us see the difficult words from these two stanzas. Hemlock tree, since it is a poisonous tree, and here rude means held in regret. Regret means feeling very sorry. The way a crow shook down on me. A crow, just it was there on the branches of a hemlock tree. Just it shook the branches of the tree, and the fine particles of snow fallen on the poet. Here the hemlock tree is regarded as a poisonous tree. So what happens here? Hemlock tree is a poisonous tree. The poet, while he was passing by, a crow happens to throw some snow on him. We do not know whether it falls on his head or shoulders. It is unknown to us. It is not clearly mentioned here. Whether the crow was landing or shivering with cold or readjusting itself on the branch or taking off. So we do not know. It happens to send some particles of snow upon the author. Here we see the two agents of nature. The first one is hemlock tree and the second one is the crow. These two are signifiers of sadness and gloom. These two just changed the mood of the poet into happiness. Let us see the second stanza. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rude. Now we know the meaning of the word rude, held in regret, that means feeling sorry. And here the author was having a terrible day because he was not happy, just he was in a sad mood and sitting under the tree of hemlock, and he was thinking. While he was thinking, the fine particles of the snow was fallen on him, and this incident created in his mind to get happiness. He had already spent his day in bad mood. Previously mood was bad, but later it changed into happiness. But the rest of it was saved by the crow and the hemlock tree. These two, hemlock tree and this crow, These two change the mood of the poet. Generally, hemlock tree and the crow, these two are we use for negative references. But here the poet used these two, a crow and hemlock tree. These two are used by the poet beautifully to portray that inauspicious things that can bring joy and happiness too. So here we see the symbolism. Crow and hemlock tree usually stands for negativity. But what happens? These two made positive change in poet's mind. Now let us see the literary devices of this poem. Let us see the rhyme scheme. That is AB, AB, CD, CD. Here see crow and snow, A, and me and tree, B, B, AB, AB. In the second stanza, CD, CD. Here heart and pot, mood and rude. So CD, CD. So this is the rhyme scheme of this poem. And let us see one more literary device, enjambment. That means same sentences continues. Here let us see the 4 lines for each stanza. So there are no punctuation marks, there are no commas, full stops. There are no rhetorical questions in this poem. So we don't find any question marks. So this type of poem, these type of same sentences are called enjambment. And let us see one more, assonance. It creates vowel sounds. See the examples, shook, down, on. Here let us see the vowel sounds here. Just I am marking. O sound is repeated in these 3 words. In the poem we can find out these 3 words, shook, down, on me. Here, shook, down, on me. The same way, alliteration. Alliteration means repetition of the sound. Here, has and heart, the same line. Has given my heart. Here, has, H and heart. So these 2 words. In the same way, and saved some part. Here S sound is repeated. So let us see one more literary device, consonants. So of a day I had brewed. Here day is, and here had and read. D consonant letter is repeated here in the same line. So these are consonants. These are literary devices of this poem. Now let us see the theme. So what is the theme of this poem? Here a positive change can take place through negativity. So what is the positive change through negativeness? Here negativity. Here crow and hemlock tree symbolizes. These 2 are negative references. But these 2 negative references has given a positive change. So it changed the mood of the poet. Previously he was very sad, sitting under the tree of hemlock, but when this crow shook down the branches of the hemlock tree, the snow particles fallen on the head of, or maybe on the shoulders of the poet. So it changed him into happiness. And when the crow shook the branches of hemlock tree, his mood changed into happiness. This is. So we can find the theme here. Let us see the key points of this poem. Let us see first point, poet's mood. So dismay to joy. Dismay to joy means first he was very sad and later on it became joy. So let us see the 2 images of this poem. What are these 2 images? Crow and hemlock, this poisonous tree, hemlock tree. So these 2 images represents sorrowness. but this created happiness in the life of poet. This crow means joy, hemlock tree stands for sad, but these two made the poet to get happiness always. So once again I want to give the small gist of this poem. Let us see his biography of Robert Frost, birth and his wife, and the writings in poetry here. These are all the works of his poetry, and he was died. The date is given here. You can see. Now I would like to summarize this poem, A Dust of Snow. So dust of snow means the fine particles of snow. This poem is set in a scene where the poet is in a bad mood and is walking by a tree, a hemlock tree. Hemlock tree is a poisonous tree. As he passes by, a crow happens to throw some snow dust on him. Whether it falls on his head or shoulders is unknown, as there is no specific mention in the poem. Also, the readers are left in doubt about the bird's specific action. Whether the crow was landing or shivering with cold or readjusting itself on the branch or taking off. It happened to send some particles of snow upon the author. Here, the two agents of nature, the hemlock tree and the crow, are signifiers of sadness and gloom, just like the poet's mood was in the opening scene. In the second stanza, the author was having a terrible day, but the falling of the snow on his head lifted his mood instantly. He had already spent his day in a bad mood, but the rest of it was saved by the crow and the tree. Generally, hemlock tree and crow are used for negative references, but the poet used them beautifully to portray that inauspicious things can bring joy and happiness too. And we have literary devices here. So rhyme scheme, enjambment, assonance and alliteration already I have explained. And theme and the biography of Robert Frost and key points. So we have summarized this dust of snow. Now I would like to give a home task, that is assignment. Write the short answers from the poem Dust of Snow. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.